dive into finance news now. Let's take a quick look at the global markets. The futures pointing down this morning. Gold continuing its bumper run. The Aussie dollar a little over 63 US cents this morning. For more on finance, we're joined by senior market analyst with stock market newsletter Markets Today, Henry Jennings. Good morning, Henry. Good to see you.
Good morning, Bridget. How are you this morning?
Yeah, I'm good. We're 3 weeks into the election and our focus has, of course, been on the US, all eyes on the US. But what impact could the election have on the markets here?
Well, to be honest, Bridget, it's been a bit of a forgotten campaign and a forgotten election at the moment. We've been so focused on what Trump is doing in the US with, the on-again, off-again tariffs and the 90-day reprieve, etc., that we haven't really had time, I guess, to sit down and look at what the policies of the two major parties are. Of course, now we're starting to see a little bit of calm descending into the market. The US is settling down a little bit, and our market is settling down as well. We've bounced off that lows, which is pretty good news. So maybe now is the time to start looking at the policies between the two. But to be honest, there's not a lot to choose from between them. And at the moment, it does seem as if Labour has got the upper hand, given the way the polls are going. So I don't think the market's really going to concentrate on it yet. We've probably got another week or so before we start looking at that. But certainly it is an event that we should probably be looking at.
Yeah, look, it'll be interesting to see what the impact on the markets will be, whether it'll be impactful or negligible when we go to the polls on May the 3rd. Back to tariffs now. What should investors do when we get that inevitable turmoil and volatility? Again, it's almost a certainty. Do we continue to buy the dip? What's your advice right now?
Well, I think at the moment, we've seen that there are moments of panic, there are moments of fear, and we've seen moments of greed. We've had massive moves in our market, 335 points in a day. We've seen the US turn on a sixpence and have 2,700 point movement. So I think the key for us, and certainly the message we've been telling to our members, is really don't panic and don't do something that is a knee-jerk reaction in these markets, because it can be very detrimental to your wealth. I think the other thing to bear in mind is this volatility won't last forever. We will get clarity as we move forward. I know we've got that 90-day kind of window, and that comes in July, but there are countries now negotiating on those tariffs, and we are seeing, I guess, a little bit of movement, although nothing from China last night. I think we saw China talking about a halt to Boeing's deliveries, so that's ratcheting up again, and Donald Trump now trying to walk back a little bit and trying to make conciliatory sounds to China. So it's going to be interesting times, but I think the key is, as Douglas Adams once said in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, don't panic. Don't do things that you really don't think you should do, because knee-jerk reactions can be quite seriously bad.
Keep calm and carry on. Thanks a lot for your time this morning. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, Bridget.